Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Mr. Bola Hoshon, good afternoon. Mr. Victor E, good afternoon. How are you guys doing today? It's a pleasure having you here. Today is indeed a beautiful one, right? Today is indeed a good one. So it's a blessing to be alive. With good health, there are always opportunities around the corner. How are you guys doing today? I will need your feedback in the comment section so that I'm sure that the audio is good to go from my end. It's loud and clear, and then we can proceed with the information that we have for you, right? Today, we're going to be talking about the live trading session, the live trading market. So we're going to look at a few instruments. I'm also going to show you 1 or 2 trades that I took this week. And of course, what I'm expecting today, tomorrow, and maybe even next week. Thank you, guys. Victor E said, good afternoon, sir. And Mr. Bolahon, I believe it's Bolahon, maybe you missed out the B. Mr. Bolahon Sean said, audio is clear. Thank you, guys, for the feedback. Awesome. Right. So as you're giving your feedback, at any point in time, you have any question, please feel free to ask. Let's make it as interactive as possible. Let us help you to understand the market better. Let us help you to achieve your dreams of financial freedom, right? So first of all, while we wait a bit for others to join us, if you are new, let us know that you are new. Or if you are struggling, let us know if you are struggling. So whether new or struggling, kindly type in the chat section so that we have a better understanding. So that we have a better understanding. Let us know if you are new. If you are new or you are struggling. One thing I can say is that most traders are on the struggling lane, right? And a lot of traders have been struggling for a little while. So your feedback will be good. And I can't see anybody typing anything. I want to believe that the audio is still good. But then notwithstanding, we'll forge ahead accordingly, right? We'll give you the little procedure, step-by-step procedure on how to look at the market. Because at the end of the day, this is meant to be a live trading session, so you need some little guidelines. Okay, I can see more people are joining us. Awesome. Thank you guys for coming in more or less in good time, right? So we always say that in this live market analysis session, it is first of all brought to you by 10 Trade. And my name is Tolu Olatunji. Tolu Olatunji. I have been trading for more than 10 years. But most of it at the very beginning was a lot of rubbish I was doing, simply because I did not have anybody to show me the ropes. So I was doing a lot of guesswork, and I ended up losing a lot of money at the very beginning, but I did not give up, right? And that's why we always say, do not give up. As a matter of fact, we always say trading is all in the mind, all in the mind. Before you guys came in, we were listening to something just before 2 p.m. We're listening to an audio book, which is titled The Secrets, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. That audiobook is trying to tell us that we need to shift our thought process. First of all, our thought process is what is slowing a lot of us down, right? And we need to make some adjustments, some drastic and fast adjustments in order to get better very, very fast. So this live market analysis session is brought to you by 10 Trade. I want to welcome everybody. It is indeed a pleasure having you all here, right? The outcome for today's session, the outcome of today's session is clarity. We want you guys to have clarity about your trading, right? Even if it's not going according to plan. Not too long ago, we asked whether you are new, whether you are struggling, but nobody answered. So what we want to achieve today is clarity, right, with respect to your trading, right? Good. So now it's brought to you by 10 Trade, and you can see more people are joining us. You're welcome, Joshua Nifoshe, Linda C4, John Adebayo, and others, Agueze, Babs, okay? You're all welcome. But guys, we need more people to join us. Kindly invite others from your own end on your WhatsApp status. You can post this link, right? And also on your Telegram, on your Facebook, Instagram, anywhere. Post the link and let's have more people join us, right? I remember the last time when we had a Sunday session, somebody invited about 2-3 people, and then we gifted the person. I gave the person a phone call and helped the person with clarity. We had a conversation and I told the person 1 or 2 things on what to do. That was a personal call, right? So who knows, you might just gain something today, right? If you follow what we say, meaning that invite people. I can see more people are joining us now. Thank you. But invite more people. Let's have a full house, right? Let's be up to 50. So guys, invite. Okay. So this is brought to you by 10 Trade, and very, very important. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media handles, like and comment our post on the YouTube as well. Make sure that you are subscribed to it, because the recording of this session for today will be uploaded there after, right? To be uploaded there after. Now we want to do something, right? We want to look at the charts, right? We want to look at the charts, the trading charts. But then before we look at the trading charts, we always say that it's always best for you to have your step-by-step procedure process on how you want to look at the market, right? Right. And then quickly, guys, a quick disclaimer for you as you are here. The information that we're giving, right, is not going to guarantee success, but rather it is what you do with the information that will determine if you're going to be successful or not. Meaning that the information given to you must be implemented on, and once you implement on the information, then you see the transformation, and then you will see your exponential growth in the business. There is no two ways about it. You just need to put in the work. And that is very, very important for us to take note of, right? And we ask those here, if you are new or if you are struggling, but nobody answered, nobody has still answered. I'm going to show you this just to explain 1 or 2 things to you. So as we ask that question, whether you are new or struggling, that means that there is a problem. What is that problem? The problem now is that you are not profitable. You can see the problem here, and you can see the outcome. You are not profitable. So you are trying to move from new or struggling to the profitable state outcome at the end of the day. So how do you do that? What are the obstacles? What are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 obstacles that are slowing you down, right? So let's look at those obstacles quickly. Develop a winning mentality. You need to always ensure that you have a winning mentality no matter what. Even if you are new to the business. Beautiful, thank you. I can see Agoeze Ebuka said, I am new. Thank you. So even if you are new to the business, you must have a winning mentality. Meaning that you must tell yourself that you are a winner. What would that do to your mindset? What would that do to your thought process? It's going to shift it in such a way that no matter what happens, you will not give up. That's what I told myself at the very beginning when I was losing plenty of money, crashing a lot of accounts. I can't even remember how many accounts I crashed, right? But I told myself that I am a winner, and then I continued and I learned how to manage my risk, how to develop a strategy, right? A strategy is very important. I'm going to show you a simple step-by-step procedure for a strategy now, and you must have a trading plan and journal and be able to avoid unnecessary losses. These things here are very, very important, right? And that's why, with that said, for you to have a good enough trading strategy, okay, Afolabi Adeni said not profitable. That means that you are not new. You have been trading for a little while, but you are yet to get to the profitable state, right? So when it comes to your trading strategy, it's going to involve the fundamentals and technicals. It is going to involve fundamentals and technicals, right? And then this is what we want you guys to have. So if you want, you can quickly write this down. I'm going to leave this for a few seconds. You could write it down or you could do a screenshot either way. Mr. Falabi Adeniyi said, yes, sir. Okay, thank you for that. Thank you for letting us know. As I always say at times, look at this as maybe like an altar call, right? When we say, are you new, are you struggling? Let us know, right? So that we can help you out. It's all about helping you at the end of the day, right? That's why you are here. So when we ask questions, let's do well to answer. And when you ask questions, we will look at the questions and answer them together. Not just me, but the question is for everybody. So guys, quickly write this down. The first thing we all need to do is a thing of need. First thing we all need to do is to check for upcoming news. Make sure you are up on the calendar, making sure you are checking for the news that's coming out later today, later tomorrow, so you have a good enough idea of how the market volatility is going to be. The volatility is something that's very, very important. Remember I said I'm going to show you 1 or 2 trades I took this week, right? So that you will have a better understanding of how we look at the market and it will help you out. We also look at what we're looking out for later today, tomorrow, and even going into next week as well, right? So always map out your chart as well, right? Go to your charts, draw your levels. What we do here is strictly price action, support and resistance. I hope that you guys have joined the beginners class ongoing this week. Today will be the 4th and final day, and that will be happening by 6 p.m. Mr. Toby Okunuga will be handling that, right? So make sure you attend that one as well. It will help you, and you can ask questions. Then you wait for price reaction, meaning that if you want to buy, you're going to be looking forward to buying at the support as a trend trader. You're going with the trend. You want to buy at the support, you have to wait for price to get to the support and then see the reaction. And then you have your trigger for entry, and then obviously you set your stop loss and take profit. We're saying this again because this is very, very important. And whenever we say, do you have a trading plan? If you noticed on that little graphical illustration where we had the problem to the outcome, new struggling to profitable trader, right? You notice that there was a place for trading plan and trading journal. So this could be your little trading plan over here. This could be part of your trading plan over here. So please take note of this. And that's why we're talking about this back to back. So let's quickly check the upcoming news. Let's check the news. So we'll go over to the calendar, www.forexfactory.com, forexfactory.com. And this is what we have over here. By the way, this is what you're supposed to be doing every morning. Every morning, before you start clicking on buy or clicking on sell. This is what you're supposed to do every morning before clicking on buy or clicking on sell, right? Great. So look at what we have here. Today is Thursday, 2nd of March. Okay, we're in a new month, so happy new month, everybody. 2nd of March. And if you look, tentative means it's continuous anytime. NZD, high impact. RBNZ, Governor Orof speaks. I hope I pronounce the name well. As the Reserve Bank of New Zealand is giving a speech, right? And it is high impact. That means that the New Zealand dollar, we will have some volatility for the New Zealand dollar alone. So it's only NZD that we have. But then tomorrow, being Friday, March 3rd, we have by 10 a.m., this is Nigerian time, by the way, we have for the USD, the US dollar, the ICM services PMI. There's this particular news, right, that we normally have first Friday of every new month, but it's not happening this Friday. It's going to happen next week Friday. Who knows that news? Let me see whether you guys know the news already. Because as we said, the first thing you need to do is always check the calendar. And from the calendar, we're going to cross over to the charts now. So we're helping you, we're walking you through how to trade. We're walking you through how to trade. Okay, beautiful. I can see Sir Domingo said NFP, correct. Linda Sipo said NFP. Thank you. NFP stands for the non-farm payroll. Non-farm payroll. Thank you. Babs Oges already wrote it out in full, the non-farm payroll. And this has to do to the US dollar, right? This has to do with the unemployment rate. And it's a very key data to know how the economy is faring, right? There have been talks, especially last year, about recessions with respect to all the inflation that was ongoing, that's still ongoing. And, you know, the world at large has been going through a lot. Also with the war in Ukraine, they just had their 1 year. I think it was on the 25th, is it 25th of February or 24th of February last year when the war started, right? So now is officially 1 year, right? So there are things happening all over the world that, of course, is affecting like the dollar and even other currencies as well, right? Even stocks, depending on what you are trading, right? So the NFP is happening next week and not tomorrow, but tomorrow we have a key data for the US dollar. So quickly now, we've checked the calendar. Now let's go over to the chart. And this is what we have over here in front of us, the Euro JPY. We can all see the Euro JPY. Why am I showing the Euro JPY? I'm showing this Euro JPY because this was one of the trades that I took this week, right? And I want to ask a question. I want to ask a question, everybody. How many trades do you need in a, should I say in a week? Let's even say in a month. How many trades do you need in a month, right? This is a very, very important question because this is going to help you to trade accordingly. You can see the chart of the trade I took. Now I'm going to show you a screenshot because I tend to do screenshots of my trades just for evidence sake. So this is a screenshot of the trade. So you can see the screenshot is very much similar to what we have on the live chat. And you can see our buy position here, right? And then we entered here. This was where our take profit is. You can see when we did the screenshot, it had not hit the take profit. And you can see the profit is good. We entered here and it went all the way here. So you can see on this screenshot, it had not hit the take profit. But then I'm going to switch back to the live chart and then you see that, yes, indeed, it hit here and then it hit my take profit. And then it was a good one at the end of the day, right? So let's switch back to the chart of Euro JPY. So this is Euro JPY, and you can also see that it hit this area nicely. This was where I entered. This was a nice one all the way down, rather all the way up. And you can see the trend is up and so on. So as you have seen that this was a trade I took, one of the trades I took this week, sorry, I was about to say last week. And then as I took this trade, right, I'm going to explain so that once you understand the reasons why, you can also duplicate yours, right? Reason number one, the trend is up, it's an uptrend, right? And guys, if you have any question, feel free to ask as well. So I'm going to explain this trade I took and what I'm looking out for this trade as well to see if we can still make some pips, right? Today is Thursday. That means that there's still opportunity today and tomorrow, right? So we're going to explain some things to you. So first of all, the reason why I took this trade was because number one, it was an uptrend. As you can see, it was an uptrend. It has been going higher and higher for a while. And then it got to this point over here. As we got to this point here, then we had these areas here of resistance, resistance, resistance. As you can see, the arrow markings, these are resistance areas. And what we do, price action, support, and resistance, that's what we teach in our sessions. And that's what we always say, attend our beginner session to help you to understand better how to look at the market, how to read and understand the market, right? And then we're expecting the market to pull back or retrace or come back, whatever English you want to use, to this point here where you get your entry, and then hopefully you get it back to these highs here. Because you can see this place here was resistance. So look at this. When the price came back, if you check the step-by-step procedure that we mentioned, where we said you check the calendar, 1, you map out your chart, 2, you wait for a reaction, 3, you get your entry trigger, 4, place your trade, set your stop loss, set your take profit. That's what I did. So when you are doing this, once you have your procedure, it's a thing of rinse and repeat. Just continue to do it over and over and over, no matter the outcome, right? You'll be using that to learn. So here was my trigger, this candle here, and I got in here, good enough small stop loss, and then it went all the way to this point, and this was a good one for me. So this was a good one for me. What am I still expecting in the market? By the way, this was the first time, this is the resistance here, was a first time to this support. This was it testing the support for the first time. What am I expecting? Maybe today, but I doubt this will happen today, right? Maybe today or tomorrow, or maybe next week. I'm more interested in next week, by the way. I'm expecting that we could have another retest of this area, right? And then we look for buy triggers. We enter here again, and then it takes us back higher. Or the price breaks higher past this resistance. And once this happens, we wait for price to pull back to this area. We get an entry here, which is our resistance, and then turn to support, and then we're higher. What goes up, you guys understand this in this business, and I'm sure you would have noticed this from last week, especially for the likes of the dollar. or even dollar yen, and even Bitcoin. Bitcoin kept on dropping and dropping last year, and then the dollar JPY kept on appreciating at one point in time. It was looking like they were on steroids, right? So please kindly note that what goes up can go up some more. I repeat, what goes up can go up some more. Very key, very important for us to take note of. So don't say, because I hear this a lot, we hear this a lot from a lot of traders, you say, oh, it has gotten to its high, that it can't go up anymore. It's time for it to come down. That simply means that you are going against the trend. You are going against the trend. We are not saying you cannot go against the trend, because if you're going against the trend, then you'd have entered here at the resistance. I can see it's in favor. Those that sold here are in profit already. But we advise not to go against the market. Do not go against the market. The trend is your friend. At the end of the day, whatever strategy or whatever type of trading method you are using, whether with the trend or against the trend, it's up to you at the end of the day. Just make sure you are testing everything. Everything we're talking about now, please make sure that you test it as well. And that's why we said, whether you are new or struggling, and some of us here are definitely new as well. But this was one of them, and this was another one here. Now, I want to show you guys something. Look at this. Look at this. I'm going to be flipping between these two. I'm going to be flipping between these two. I want to use that to explain something to you guys. You guys that are using indicators to trade. We don't use indicators, but what we use is our eyes. Your eyes are the leading indicator. Your eyes is number one. So if you look at what we have over here, similar to the other one, as I said, look at the two. We took this one again. Here was resistance. Can you see what we had here? And then can you see the same scenario played out here? Entry here, and then it went all the way to the highs here. And a nice clean one, right? A nice clean one. What are we expecting for this particular currency pair, the Euro AUD? We're expecting price either comes back here, gives us an entry, and then we push it higher again, or price breaks out to the upside, tests this place, and then pushes higher. Don't forget, as we are waiting for all of these things to happen, you also need to be checking on the calendar. That's the first thing you need to do. Check the calendar, right? And to help you to understand how to look at the market much better at the end of the day. Very key, very important for us all to take note of, right? So this is what we're looking out for. Also, if you have any currency pair of choice that you want us to look at together, please kindly signify, and we'll look at them together as well. Now, we use 1 hour time frame for intraday, right? You can also use it for swing or intraday swing, right? And we do not advise for you to be rushing to be looking at scalping. Guys, we have a few people that have just joined us. You can watch the recording of this quickly because this is live trading analysis, meaning that some of the things we might talk about, price might already be there, and then it might be for us to take advantage. And that's what we normally say. Once we look at the market together, then we can trade together and then do what? Take advantage of it together, make money together. There's a lot of pips to go around for everybody, right? So this is what you're going to be doing week in, week out. And as you continue, you get better and better and better. You can see this one that I'm showing you here. After a while, you start to see the same play. It's just like soccer, or it's just like any sport. You start to see the same play. It's even like driving sports, the NASCARs and the rest of the Formula One. You start to see the same plays again and again and again, and then you can easily take advantage. Because by the time you're seeing the same thing, you should be able to take advantage of it. Guys, invite others, right? Invite others. Post this link on your WhatsApp status. Post this link in different platforms. I can see some comments here. So I'm going to scroll down now and read them. Maybe you have a question or something. I'm going to scroll down now and read them. But guys, do well to help us to post this link on your social media handles. Let's have more people join us, right? Who knows, you might just get something from me, right? And I get something from 10 Trade. I might just give you a call, right? Just for clarity to help you out, right? We tend to do that, or we tend to give you something at the end of the day, right? And also we always like engagement, because as I can see, we're 15 here in total. So we should be engaging with ourselves to help ourselves out. Now, let me tell you why we should be engaging. I don't know if any of us have children, or at least children generally. We know about children. They ask questions. They ask a lot of questions. Why? Because they're trying to learn. That's how we also started. We started by asking questions. Well, because we are now adults, when children ask us questions, at times it looks like you are disturbing me. But you need to ask questions. So ask questions, please. So let me quickly scroll over the comments that we have over here. Just a second. Let me see. Okay, Madam Linda C4 said gold. Okay, we'll look at gold. Joshua said USD Chef, please, gold. Okay, so USD Chef, gold for 2 people. Aquarian said, good afternoon, boss. Please, BTC, Bitcoin. Afolabi said USD JPY. Okay, so we're already on USD JPY, so we'll look at that now. Right, we'll look at USD JPY, and then we'll answer the remaining that had a request or two. Don't forget, this is a live trading session. You can drop your instruments and you can drop your time frame if you want, or we'll just use any time frame of our choice to conduct an analysis, right? And we normally like doing this where you tell us what you are looking at. So I will try to trade together and help you to look at the market together. And some of your instruments, we might not be trading it. I might not be trading it personally, but it's all the same trading at the end of the day. So we just said USD/JPY was similar to the remaining. You can see here resistance, resistance, resistance. Over here, price didn't quite get to the area of support, but look at where it is now. So you can see, I asked a question. When we ask questions, people don't answer us at times, but we are going to answer your own questions. I asked a question earlier where we said, how many trades do you think you need in a month? In a month, I didn't even say in a week or in a day. In a day is not possible because at times you might not have any opportunity in a day, right? But you should have opportunities in a month. You might also not have opportunities in a week, but you might have opportunities most likely in a month. So how many do you think that you need? Okay, so that is USD/JPY. So since I started from the bottom because we're already there. So from this USD/JPY, if you are let's start with counter trend. If you're a counter trend trader, here is where you like to sell. You can see that obviously the trend is what? The trend is an uptrend. So as an uptrend, right, what you like to see is a trigger over here to take it back down. So depending on the type of trader that you are, you could be looking for something here, counter trend trader, or if you are a trend trader with the trend, meaning that this is up and you want to buy, then most likely you'll be looking for price to get back to this point here, get your trigger and then take it back up, or price should break out, retest, and then push higher again, right? Either way, this is what we're looking out for, right? In this USD/JPY. Okay, so from the USD/JPY, let me scroll up. We have Madam Linda, gold, XAUUSD. I have XAUUSD here. I also trade it as well. So this is the XAUUSD, and we're going to look at how it played out this week. You can see some of them we've already done the markings, right? Because I also trade them as well. So I'll do the markings beforehand, before coming, obviously, because this is what I'm looking out for the week, right? And then some of them that you might mention, we might not be trading, so we might have to do markings right in this session. And that's why it is live. This is not recorded, it is a live trading session. And it's always best for you to be here live and not even watching it on the YouTube. You watch it on YouTube, maybe for further clarity or whatever the case might be. Okay, good. So now looking at what we have here, you see, I'm going to show you some markings here. Apart from using a horizontal line, you can also use a rectangle to cover a wider area of anything. So we're going to do this, cover this wider area here, and then do this as well, cover this wide area here, right? So if you look at what we have here, we're waiting. Look at this story, guys. Look at this story, right? The trend has been down. The trend has been down. So that means that we want to sell on this gold, right? So this was an area here of support, resistance, and then when it came out to this point, look at this point to the point we're indicating to. When it came out to this point here, can you see, right? You can see it just had this big candle, then you had even a small gap and this candle to push on. You didn't have any trigger here. And because you didn't have any trigger here, there's no entry. You won't place any trade here, right? So this is how you'd have avoided unnecessary losses here. The same thing applied here. There is no trigger here, right? There's no trigger here. If you guys want to know what the trigger is that we're talking about, meaning that you have not been here before where we're talking about the trigger, let us know, and then we could help you to understand this trigger that we are talking about. So there was no trigger there. And of course, as there was no trigger, you can't do anything there, right? So you leave it alone. So now, looking at what we have over here, something happened again, no trigger here. Price came back to this place. You can see it's all areas of interest on the chart. Price came here, no trigger as well. No trigger, but it worked, right? At times in this business, you might not have a trigger and it will work. And you might have a trigger and it might not work, right? It could come in different variations. Who knows, right? And you might not have a trigger and it might not work. So you need to understand which of which, and then you just do the needful. Because if you have a trigger and it does not work, do not blame yourself. It is part of the business. There's no way that you place trades and you have all winners. I talked about 2 trades more or less that were winners for me. I still had losses. But the only thing now is that I don't talk about my losses because they're very small. My losses are small. The profit takes good care of them. And that's what we always say, make sure you minimize your losses and then you maximize your profit, Okay, this is gold over here. So for this gold, what we'll be looking out for, right? What we'll be looking out for, let me just clean this up a bit so it looks a bit better. Where it is sitting at an area of support if you look very well. So you could decide if you have a trigger, you could go for it and see whether you could buy, take it back to this place or back to this place, right? Or if it's that you are looking to still go with the trend, if the price should come here, look for sell over here to take it back down, or see whether, as it's sitting on the support, see whether if you break the support, retest here, the resistance, you enter here, and then it drops. So there are more or less like 2 plays, right, for trend traders, and 1 play which is around where it is now for the counter trend trader. So pick the kind of trader that you are, right, and then attack the market accordingly. Pick the type of trader that you are, and then attack the market accordingly, right? And then this is for gold. So after gold, for Madam Linda, Mr. Joshua, gold, I've done that one, and then USD CHF. Here is the USD CHF here. I trade USD CHF as well. Another, you can see the markings already. But this USD CHF, you can see this week. Now, one thing I've noticed about trading as well, right? Most times, you might notice a lot of things, the same thing, in the same week. Meaning that these patterns that we have been looking at, the Euro JPY, the Euro AUD, USD JPY, now look at the USD CHF. They all look kind of similar, right? So that's why you'll be training your eyes. Your eyes are your leading indicator. It's not the Bollinger Band, it's not the MACD, it's not the RSI relative strength, it's not any of those things, but rather it is your eyes. It's your eyes based on price, based on the action of price. And the action of price is what? The movement of price, the behavior of price, the trend of price. So once you understand price well enough, it will help you to approach the market appropriately, right? Guys, please be careful with your videos. Be careful with your videos. Don't turn on your videos, please. Right? Okay, thank you. So with that said, this is USD CHF, and you can see USD CHF. Look at this now. Look at what's happening. What's happening is what we're talking about on the other ones. You can see the trend is up. So this is an area of what's the name? It's an area of resistance. I can see based on what we're having here, it seems it wants to break out to the upside. So if it breaks out to the upside, wait for price to come out here for a retest, and then we take it higher, right? So pay attention to price. This is what I can easily advise everybody. As a trader, you should be a reaction trader. As a trader, you should be a reaction trader. What does that mean? That simply means that you should wait for price to act, 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 and then you react after. Don't try to preempt the move. A lot of people try to preempt the move and then it gets injured at the end of the day. That reaction simply means that you are waiting for something to happen. Waiting, patience. And patience is one major aspect that traders are not getting it. A lot of traders are not patient, and I'm sure you'd agree with me with respect to that. You would agree with me that you are not patient. You agree with me that some of you are not disciplined. Some of you are over trading. Some of you are revenge trading. Maybe you had a loss this week and you were angry with the market and you decided to jump back in immediately and even you use a bigger lot size. If you are guilty of that, you can let us know, right? Because we have a lot of traders doing a lot of funny things. Okay, and the next one is Bitcoin. That's coming from Mr. Miami. Let me look for the BTC USD. I already have the BTC USD here, but from the daily time frames, I'm monitoring it on the daily time frame as well. So this is what we have on the daily time frame. You can see the same thing, the trend where it is, resistance is already dropping. But let's look at this maybe from the hourly. Let's see what we can make out of it from the hourly. So I'll just drag this into here, right? So to drag this into here, let's see what we have on the chart. You can see originally an uptrend, but now seems to be coming down. So as it's coming down, let's see what we have. There's an area here, there's something around here, right? And there's something around here. But look at what's happening in the market. In the market now, if you look closely, you can see as it went higher and higher, it never came back to test this place as support, right? It never came back to test this place as support. So most likely it might be coming back here to test as support. But look at what we have. We have here, that was like resistance. We will have another resistance here if you look very well, resistance. So this place acted accordingly, right? And then here, resistance, some people could even call this like a double top, right? You have some things that traders look at, double top, double bottom, some patterns in the market, because everything is all about patterns. And then over here, it came back and then tested this double top here again, and then give us a bearish engulfing as a trigger. So these two candles are significant as a trigger. And then from here, look at what happened, decided to go down. Now, by the way, this area here was for counter trend traders. So do not try to trade every move. Do not say you are a trend trader and a counter trend trader, because you could easily be having losses here and there, right? So for this Bitcoin from this hourly time frame, you might as well come back to this point here and then look for your trigger to go long and push it back up, right? Who knows? Let's see how it goes. Let me quickly scroll through comments, because I can see we have a handful of comments here, so that I don't miss out on anything I might need to look at. So we just looked at Mr. Miami's Bitcoin. Mr. Falabi looked at your dollar yen. For NASDAQ, I'll look for NASDAQ here. That's for Bola Hoshion. Afolabi said 5. What's the trigger, sir? Okay, the trigger. Okay, let me show you guys the trigger. We'll cross over to our slides for that. So on our slide here, you can see these are some series of candlestick patterns. These are also known as our triggers, right? These are known as our triggers as well. So if you look very well, you should be able to see some like engulfings, like the bullish engulfing, the bearish engulfing. You see some other things here as well, like the harami. All these are very important, very key. So please make sure you take note of them, please. Take note of them, and then you could draw them, you could do a screenshot, right? Whatever the case might be, do a screenshot and all, and then it should help you out at the end of the day. Now, apart from these ones that we have here, we broke them down into these 4. These are the 4 most important ones here. The bearish pin. When you hear bearish means selling. So the down, meaning down, you can see the arrow. So bearish pin, time to sell. Bullish pin, time to buy, right? Bullish engulfing, time to buy. So you could just look out for these 4. The one I got on my Euro JPY as an example was the pin, was the bullish pin. If you go back and check it yourself, it was the bullish pin, right? So that's the trigger. So I'm just scrolling through the comments I have here. So I'll try to scroll up and down. And if I miss out on anything, maybe any question, any comment, before we round up, just let me know, so I could try to always go back there. We want to ensure that you are satisfied. We hope that you are getting value in this our live trading session. We hope that you are getting value. Let us know if you're getting value. So that's the question, or the question from Mr. Falabi Adeniyi. Hope you're okay with that. What's the trigger, sir? We told you the trigger. So Domingo said, yes, I don't know what trigger means. Please help me. Okay, we've just shown you the triggers. The triggers are those candles that you find at that area of interest that helps you to pull the trigger. When we say trigger, you're pulling the trigger, right? That's what it's called, the trigger. So the trigger is you are taking action. When price gets to that your area of interest, you pull the trigger to take action at the end of the day. Okay, so Domingo, yes, I don't know trigger. Then Joseph is the king said, please, boss, would love to know what's the meaning of trigger. Okay, and if you can show us, please, would be glad to learn. Okay, great. So we've shown you, hope you guys have gotten the trigger now. Okay, I'm just scrolling down through your comments now. Then you now said, exactly, boss, you are saying the truth. Oh, okay. I can't remember what I said. I might need to be scrolling down a bit faster while talking. So you said, exactly, boss, you are saying the truth. Linda Sipo said, the market now has a high volatility and a news saying, high volatility for what? You need to be specific. You cannot say the market has a high volatility. High volatility for what? Is it a currency? Is it a commodity? High volatility based on the fundamentals, you know, because last year when inflation was just on the rising, you call that a high volatility situation generally. And that's why if you notice a lot of regions like the what's the name, like Europe, even the US, Africa, everybody, the inflation was just increasing or just going high because of the war, because of a lot of other factors. Even I tell people that all these things, if you think about it very well, it is a spill or a continuation or a continuation effect from COVID, right? It's a continuation effect from COVID, right? From all those stimulus packages and some other things. But that's a long story. Let's continue with what we have, right? Because of time. And then you said the market now has a high volatility and the news says USD buy. There is no, are you listening? There's no news for USD today, or is this a hypothetical question? I just asking a question to know what to do. I'll scroll down and see whether you reply my question because I'm not quite understanding. You said the market now has a high volatility and there's no high volatility for USD today. The news is tomorrow. And you said, and the news says USD buy. How does this affect XAUSD? Okay, maybe you're just, okay, I think I understand better. Let me just try to explain based on my understanding, right? So this has to do with pairing. Let me just write something down here. This is XAUUSD. And this is what we do in the beginners training, by the way. Towards the end, I'm going to make you guys one or two offers so you can see which one you can pick that would be good for you in this new month. Remember, it's a new month, and in every month, you have expectations of yourself, of your trading. So I'll give you the offers in a bit, and anyone you're interested in, let us know. So we have XAUSD, XAU representing the gold, USD as well, because it's gold against the dollar. So first currency, second currency. This USD, you said, you don't have said this, that USD is a buy. So I'll put a B on top of USD. So if USD is a buy, don't forget, this is what we do in our beginners class. You can join us for a beginners class to understand this even better. So USD is a buy. What do you think will be for this first currency? It's going to be what? It's going to be a sell, because you cannot buy one to buy one. You cannot buy one to buy another. It's only in Nigeria. It's only in Nigeria that we're buying Naira. We're selling Naira to buy Naira. You understand, right? It's only in Nigeria that that's happening because of, you know, the peculiar circumstances at the moment, right? So because of this, buy for the USD and sell for this first one, XAUSD. Because of this first one, this is the first one we're after. This is a sell that you're going to be clicking on, right? So you click on sell. That means that when you click on your new order, because of the XAUSD, I can change this to XAUSD for you. If I can quickly find the XAUSD, I can change this to XAUSD for you here. Because of XAUSD, then we'll be clicking on sell because of what you said. So I hope that we got your question right, and hope our explanation was good for you and for others. Some of you might know this, some of you might not know this. You want to know, guys, this is not exactly a training. This is more or less like a trading session. This is the actual trading, right? But because of your satisfaction must be guaranteed. We are trying to mix everything up so that you leave here and you beat your chest that, yes, you are better than yesterday. Don't forget the book I said we're reading much earlier. The book had to do with the secret of the millionaire mind. I mean that you have to change your mentality. There are books that we should be reading. You know, they say that we hardly read books, we blacks and all, right? So I don't like reading books myself, more or less. I don't like sitting and reading the text. So if you are like me, that you don't really like reading books, you can listen to books. I prefer to listen to books. I can have my earpiece on, whatever I'm doing, wherever I am, I'm listening. Even though I'm in front of my system, I'm looking at the chat, it's playing in the background. And before you know it, it will even, enter your subconscious. So books are always very good. Okay, thank you. Let me know, Madam Linda, if that's okay. Afolabi Adeni said, yes, sir, I'm getting value. Thank you. So Domingo said, sir, please, what is the difference between volatility and momentum? You kept on mentioning. Volatility has to do with, like, let me put it this way. Now, the market is moving in this manner, is doing its normal thing, right? Anyhow, it's moving. And then there's a news outcome, a news that is being released, high impact news. That high impact news is going to create that fresh volatility into the market. I want to say volatility, look at this candle here. Can you see the size of this candle? This is on the Bitcoin. This is dating back to, if you look at this here, this is about 15th of February. So if you go and check the calendar, most likely it might have been news, high impact news for the dollar. So this is volatility for you, right? And when it comes to momentum, I believe momentum is just like a build up or continuation momentum and all. So there are differences. Volatility occurs at a particular period where momentum is not a particular period, like it's a continuation. So it's building momentum to the upside, is gradually pushing higher and higher to the upside and all. So it also depends on how you are looking at it, right? So that is my volatility and my momentum. And then Madam Linda said, yes, I understand. I understand the explanation. Okay, thank you. So Falabi says, sir, for the BTC USD is kind of confused. That your is kind of confused is even confusing me. Please, let's write proper English, please. Sir, for the BTC USD is kind of confused. Don't know. And please, let's use full stops. Use your full stops, use your comma, please. If you write like this, I might honestly, in order for me not to exact too much brain power, I don't want to give myself a headache, please. Let's write it properly so I can read it properly, please. Thank you. So maybe you could write that again, put your comments and all. I don't know whether you guys have seen this. There's this meme, this joke going around where I think somebody wrote something and said, Jesus paid for my taxi or something like that, or Jesus the price, or something funny like that. And then the person did not put comma, and the comment looked as if something funny, something else happened, like rapture or something. I don't know whether you guys know what I'm talking about. So let me try to understand. Hopefully you can write that again. So for the BTC, kind of confused. Don't know if you can come again with the chat, sir. Okay, we'll see what we can do. I want to make sure I tidy up what we have for you today. Let's tidy up what we have for you. Let me first of all clean up the chat first of all. I'm just trying to scroll up and down, and I can see we have NASDAQ. Where's the NASDAQ here? Yeah, NASDAQ here. Let me put the NASDAQ on the chat. So this is the NASDAQ, as Bola Hosho asked for NASDAQ. And you can see NASDAQ. This is what we'll do, right? We have a Telegram group. I hope you guys are on the Telegram group. If you're not, let me know. I'll drop the link for the Telegram group, right? We have a general Telegram group. So if you're not, let me know. I'll drop the link for that, right? So for the Telegram group now, right, it's now going to be a thing of, you can drop your chat there and so on. And then it should help you to maybe get feedback from myself or any of the other facilitators there and all. And then we should be able to help you out, right? So if you need the link for that, let me know. I'll just do a copy and paste and put it up here for everybody to see, and then you can join. Okay, so this is the NASDAQ over here from the 1 hour time frame. Maybe if there's any specific time frame, let me know. I like 1 hour a lot. 1 hour is actually in the middle, if you can see. You have 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, and so on. But then don't forget, for the MT5, you have other variation of this time frame as well. You have other variation of the time frame. Let me just show you. If you go back to time frame, you have other, apart from the regular ones that we have here. If I click on minutes, you can see we can get 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. So apart from the regular ones, you can get some in between as well, apart from the hours, 2 hours, 3 hours, and so on, 12 hours, right? So that's the advantage of MT5 over the MT4. Okay, so this is the NASDAQ, and you can see what can you see? The trend is down. As the trend is down, you want to what? You want to sell, look for the resistance areas to sell, right? So this is more or less is a repetition of what we're going to be doing, or what we have been doing, what we continue to do. So any chart, this is how it is for me now, obviously because of my own experience. And we always say that it's always good for you to leverage on the experience of those that understand it better than you, right? I don't know it all. That's my personal disclaimer. I'm still learning, by the way. But when you take advantage of the little experience that people have ahead of you, then you can become a better trader very fast, because you are going to leverage. It's called leveraging, right? Instead of you inventing the wheel and going through all the years of sweat, tears, and blood. Yes, I know that's a fella song. So of you going through all the sweat, tears, and blood that we went through at the very beginning, I might be wondering where the blood is coming from. Don't worry, maybe at another time, I'll tell you how the blood came in for me, right? Out of anger, out of frustration and all. I'll give you that story later. But then this NASDAQ here, downtrend, and then you want to sell, map out your charts and look out for resistance and wait for price to pull back to the area of resistance, get your entry wherever the resistance is with your trigger, sell, and you're good. Or if you're a counter-trend trader, you might be using like RSI or MACD, you might have maybe like a divergence here. You might be looking for something around here to sell, to buy rather. So the choice is yours at the end of the day. Okay, let me quickly scroll down because of time, and then I have some comments coming in. Okay, Mr. Falabi, Bitcoin, I'm not really sure. We'll see what we can do. So Domingo says, so sir, I would say volatility has to do with speed. Yes, volatility has to do with speed. Yes, volatility, volatile. When you say something is volatile, right? It's explosive. Something is volatile, is explosive. Just like petrol, you pour petrol on fire, right? It's explosive. It's going to be volatile soon. You guys move back. I want to pour petrol on fire. It's going to be very volatile. The momentum has to do with strength. Yes, you could say that as well. Momentum has to do with strength. It is building strength to the upside or to the downside and so on. Okay. Bola Honshin said, how do you combine multiple timeframes into this analysis? Time would not allow me to do that. I'm sorry. We're almost out of time. If we had good time, then we might be able to look at this where we do multi-time frame analysis approach. I also look at the markets in that way as well, but because of time, number one, time will not permit me, sorry. I'm going to give everybody one or two of the offers that we have, and then see how you can take advantage of it. Because truth be told, right, you guys have 1,000,001 questions, but we won't be able to answer all of them. Why? Because of time. If we're going to answer all of them, we might still be here to probably like not even 4 p.m. I'll be here to like 6 p.m., 7 p.m., right? And then that will be like a full-blown class or a master class or something. And then I also like to ask this question: that what do you guys need? What do you guys want from trade? Whenever I think of that question, something tends to pop into my head. I usually have an idea or two, and then I will write it down. I don't know whether you can hear my bar of paper. I have bar of paper, I have books beside me. I'll quickly write it down, but then we need it from you because I can't be doing the thinking of what you need, right? I'm not really a mind reader. So you tell us what you feel you need from 10 trade, and then you guys have a consensus. Oh, you need this. I remember the time, I think the last time, I can't remember when exactly, but sometime this week, I think Mr. Koyemi, okay, he's not here anymore. He mentioned that a challenge would be good to motivate everybody and push everybody. So I've spoken to the management of that for the challenge. So that one is in the pipeline, right? It's in the pipeline. When it's, it has been configured, let me put it that way. Once it has been configured properly, then we'll throw it out into the limelight. Okay. So Mr. Gunnar, sorry, might not be able to do that today. Multi-time frame analysis approach. What do you expect of Bitcoin in the next 3 weeks? That's a long-term analysis. For that, you don't even need more or less multi-time frame analysis for that. You just cross over to a higher time frame. Higher time frame, maybe 4 hours or daily, and look at what to expect. Right. So to expect, you could either be going back to 25K to retest this resistance, or you may first of all be coming down to this area here around 21K. 21K, you have like a mini area of support and resistance here around the 21K, or worst case, you might be coming back to 18,500 area and so on. So you don't really need much time frame analysis for that. So Domingo said, I am not on the general, okay, not on the general Telegram group. Okay, so this is the general Telegram group here. Let me just drop that here for you, Telegram group, so you guys can join. So that is that. Let me see. I'm looking for the YouTube link. So if you guys need the YouTube link as well, I'll drop that as well for you. Guys, somebody just posted something very, very lengthy. I'm going to have to round up now. So apologies in advance. If we cannot answer all your questions, I might try to read it, and if it's something I can quickly answer, I will. If not, I'm going to stick to time, because we don't want this. I'm trying my very best for it not to be more than 1 hour for people that will be watching this as a replay. Okay, so it says, sir, can we say, okay, I've answered that from Sir Domingo. So, but I want to have answered that. That's your Bitcoin. Try my best for you. You don't really need much time frame analysis. That one takes a while. Look at the higher time frame. So Domingo said, I'm not on the Telegram group. Okay, I'll drop the Telegram group, and I'll drop the YouTube link now as well. Joseph said, also the Telegram link will be cool. Add and Ado they drop. See that and Ado they drop. God will help us and our English. MT4 and MT5, I have a question on this. That most people do say TradingView is better than MT4, MT5. So what's your advice, boss? Okay, my advice, you notice I'm a very simple guy. I'm a very simple guy. So at times I like to answer questions I like to answer questions with questions, so we can maybe understand together, be on the same page together, and so on. I'm going to flip this quickly because I have to give you an offer, and then we'll round up. Our questions have already been coming in between, so this is not like this is the time for Q&A, because time has already gone. So which one is better, TradingView, MT4, MT5? This is the question I'll ask for you and for everybody. Now, I use MT4, I use MT5, I use TradingView, I use some more than the others. But then this is the question I'll ask. Do you think that one will help you to make more money than another? That's the question I have for you. So if you feel your answer is yes, then pick the one that you feel that will help you to make more money than the other. Or do you feel that it doesn't really matter as such? TradingView, for me, people talk about TradingView, and this is my own personal, right? This is my disclaimer, please. This is my own personal view. TradingView is just colorful. It has more tools, more functionality, and it's just colorful. That's all. Simple. And me, I'm not really into colors, green, yellow, and all. Like, and TradingView obviously has more instruments from different, it's a combination of different brokers together. So you have different instruments. You can find anything you're looking for on TradingView. I have someone who does his analysis on MT4 and MT5 only. I do love both. You see, you do analysis on MT4 and MT5 and you can be profitable. It doesn't mean that you're using TradingView, you're profitable over somebody using MT4 and MT5. No. I do love both, but as a professional, what would you advise us to use? I would advise you to play around with all of them, test all of them, and find the one that you prefer, because it's a thing of personal preference, right? You could like the TradingView over MT4, MT5, and then you do an analysis on MT5, you do analysis on the TradingView, but you come out to the MT4, MT5 to place your trade. And we are using MT5 here, right? So when people say which one is better, MT4, MT5, I say they're all the same thing. They're all platforms, they're all applications for you to carry out your transactions and make money. The aim of the day is to make money. So if you're not making money with any, it doesn't mean that one is not working for you. You should switch over to another platform so you don't waste your time. So we write what we should ask 10 trade, or we would be given opportunity to speak. No, I will be the only one talking, right? I'll be the only one talking. When people tend to talk, you don't know how your internet might be. So your internet might be shaky and all, and then obviously we might not be able to hear you well, and before it gets messy and all. So that's why when you type it out, I just read it out and we all see it and all, right? And as we all see it, then consensus, oh, you agree with this, and so on, and that's what we can do. We also have a survey. I'm going to drop the link to the survey. We have a survey, 10 trade survey. You can help us to fill. And I think the last one there is where, that is the YouTube link, first of all. Then this is the 10 trade survey. So guys, as we're dropping them, click on them, right? We'll also drop them again in that Telegram group that I posted a link for. And the Telegram group, I can see a few people have already joined. We have like John joined, Noel, Kiss, Prince Moore. So if I'm calling your names, you know yourself. Might probably be using nicknames as well. So I'm going to drop the link for the survey. Help us out with the survey. So quickly, let me just drop the offer. I'm going to give you guys an offer you can try to take advantage of. Olatunji said, thank you. Okay. So Domingo said, what I want from TenTrade is to learn how to trade with the aid of courses or lectures. Thanks. We have lectures, we have a lot of lectures, courses. Okay, this is what you do, right? As you are telling me, please also inform your account manager. Because if you want TenTrade to do this for you, obviously, number one, you must have an account with TenTrade. That's the first thing. And once you have an account with TenTrade, it means that you have an account manager. So also inform your account manager. So it's not just coming from my mouth. You can also drop them in the comment section as well. When you drop them in the comment section, everybody will see it. And because once you close this platform, it has gone, right? Steve said, can TenTrade help in dropping everyday signal? You know, signal is not every day. It's when the market provides opportunity, and that's when signals can be provided as well. So yes, there's a signals group. There's a group where we drop signals, right? That is not the group that I put earlier. It's another Telegram group. And for you to be eligible to join that one, you need to fund your account with a minimum of $100. Fund minimum $100, and then you can inform me, or you can inform your account manager, or whatever the case may be, and then you'll be added to that Telegram group. Fund a minimum of $100, and then you'll be added there. So for the person that asked for the Telegram group, that is it. And for all the many questions that you might still have, or that you asked that I was not able to answer in depth, I know I couldn't go back to Bitcoin or something else somebody asked, sorry about that. You can watch this recording again and fast forward to maybe the Bitcoin part and watch that over and over again. Hopefully that helps. And if you see any questions and you maybe need like a one-on-one, you can have a one-on-one 30 minute session with myself. For you to be eligible for that, you just need to fund your account with a minimum of $500. Fund your account with a minimum of $500, and then you would have a chit chat for 30 minutes with me, ask as many questions. The good thing is that it is one-on-one. That is one-on-one, you have your time, and trust me, 30 minutes, you can do just, that means that before coming, you already, right now, all your questions bothering you, advice, this, that, is it trading view, is it MT4, is it MT5, is it TradeStation, is it this, is it that, and so on. And then we'll trash it out, right? So we'll do that for you, but you must fund your account. It's not a payment, you're just funding your account with minimum of $500 to be eligible for that. So I've given you guys one of the signals, right? Minimum $100 in your account. And then for the one-on-one 30-minute session, minimum $500. So let us know which one you're interested in. Sorry, this is about 3 minutes after the time. In about 2 minutes from now, 2-3 minutes, we're going to close the platform. Let us know which one you're interested in, guys. Are you interested in the one-on-one 30-minute session? The one-on-one 30-minute session? And if you feel you need something longer, maybe one-on-one, please talk to your account manager and we'll see what we can do for you, right? We'll have a private session. It's up to you. The choice is yours, right? The one-on-one 30-minute session, let's know. If you're interested, comment in the comment section, comment in the chat section. That sounds better. Comment in the chat section, let's know. Some of us, our internet seems to be going in and out, but I'm later just poured back in. So if you feel you have not been listening or whatever the case may be, or you came in late, please, the recording will be dropped on the YouTube channel in a bit later today. So you can, keep an eye out for that and then position yourself accordingly. Okay, I'm going to be closing this platform in the next 1 minute, 2 minutes. I just need your feedback. Let's know which one you're interested in out of all the offers. Let's call them offers. We have made you an offer, whether for the signals, if you're interested in it. If you're not, no problem. We have made you an offer for the one-on-one 30 minutes. And then we said any other thing that you feel you need, let us know. Talk to your account manager. Talk to the person that gave you the link. That person most likely will be your upline, or whoever the person might be. Talk to the person, oh, I need this from TenTrade. How can TenTrade provide me with this and that and so on, right? So I always tell people this, like, for people to be satisfied, it is for us to know what you want. That's the only way we can satisfy you. If we're having like a buffet, if it's a buffet, a buffet, we know we're going to prepare everything and put it on the table, and then it's your choice. You can eat the ones you want to eat, or you can eat everything. Or if there's something specific that you feel you need that will take you from that struggling, you're no more new, that will take you from that struggling state to the profitable, consistently being profitable. Whatever you think you need, let us know. Talk to your account manager, talk to your upline person that sent you the link. Let us know now, and then we'll consider it and see what we can do in the future. This is the beginning of March. Happy new month again. In this March, have expectations, nothing but positive expectations. Let everything be positive. Let your thought process be positive. Let everything that comes out from your mouth, the tongue is very powerful. There's power in the tongue. Let that be positive as well. Positive is always good. Always look to the bright side and not the negative. People complain a lot, but do not complain. And that's why whenever we say a few things, oh, this one is $100 for the signal, this one is $500 for the one-on-one, people say, oh, it's too much. I can't afford it. When you say you can't, that is like a nail in the coffin. It should be a thing of, how can I afford it? Do I have to save for it? Do I have to sell something for it? Do I have to get another job for it? Do I need to work overtime? You should be asking yourself, how can I get that thing? How can I buy it? Not that I can't afford it. You want to buy a house today. How can you buy the house? You want to buy a new car. How can you buy the car? It's not that I can't. I hope you guys understand. So I'll ask the question again. If you're interested in any of them, let me know. Type in the comment section here. Reach out to our account manager, reach out to us, and let's see what we can do for you. If you want my phone number, let me know. I can quickly drop that for you. And I'm going to be closing this platform now. This is about 7 minutes after. I don't want to make it too lengthy for others, right? And on behalf of 10 Trade, we want to say thank you. Don't forget, my name is Tolu Olatunji. For those of you that might just be joining us, but I see some names popping in and out, maybe internet as well. So I want to say thank you to everybody. It has indeed been a good one. We hope that you've gotten value. Reach out to us and we'll see what we can do for you, see how we can assist you better, right? I can see some people are already signing out. Maybe it's the internet, I don't know. You might be watching your battery, you might be watching your internet. I really don't know. But we want to say thank you. Right? Thank you for joining us. Thank you for learning. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for your engagement. Thank you for your engagement. Yes, some of us have some very, very lengthy things to write, like Joseph as a king. That means that we are willing to learn, which is a good thing. Remember, we said just like a child asking a lot of questions. Please ask questions, and of course, we'll do well to help everybody out. So thank you guys. Thank you. I enjoyed the rest of the day. John Adebayo said, thank you, sir. Fire. I love emojis. Fire. So said it that one. Thank you. That means that it was good for you. Thank you guys. So anything you need, let us know. Reach out to us and then we'll help you out better. Goodbye, everybody.